All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. Tara and I are super excited to share this What is Coaching webinar and just kind of cover like the ins and out of what an actual Beachbody coach does, what it takes to get signed up, what we do on a daily basis, and everything in between. So we just want to kind of start off sharing each of our stories and how we came to Beachbody. So myself, again, I'm Kinsey James. I'm one of the coaches hosting this call tonight, and I've been a coach for about 5.5 years. And Beachbody actually came into my life, about 5.5 years ago, and I was just kind of stuck in my postpartum funk. I have twin boys. I live in Oregon. I'm married. I'm a labor and delivery nurse at night. I work part-time still, and then I work as a Beachbody coach as well. But 5.5 years ago, when my twins were two, I really, really was struggling to get back, as many moms do after their first kid or kids, struggling just to get back to where I felt comfortable in my own skin. And I've always been a gym goer. I've loved group fitness and been pretty active my whole life. And it was just really hard for me, obviously having babies at home, to get to the gym. And when I would try to go to the gym, I'd have to drive them to the gross daycare at the gym. And I don't know about your gym, but my gym, you actually had to come out and change your own kid's diaper if they got a wet diaper. So it just was not working for me. I was not seeing any results. I was killing myself, paying a ton of money, and I just felt really stuck. So lo and behold, through the beauty of social media, one of my good friends, who was also a twin mom, had posted something about this group she was hosting called a Fit for the Holidays Challenge. So this was around November, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to give this a shot. She has been looking amazing. She has twins. Whatever she's doing, I want a piece of that. I had no idea what it was. So I just reached out to her and said I wanted in. And she explained to me how we would use these DVDs to work out at home. And I was really reluctant because I'm like, I cannot work out at home. It's not my thing. And then she also wanted to get me started on this superfood shake that really helped her nutrition. And I was like, nope, not a shake person. So even though I was wanting to do something different, I still was really reluctant. But I just said, you know what's working for me, what I'm doing is not working for me, so I need to try something else. So I went all in. I bought, back then it was just DVDs when you bought, and I bought the cheapest DVD I could and just went with it. And I completed my first program, and in a month I lost, I'm going to mute this person who just came on, sorry. In my first month, I lost 12 pounds. I was literally in better shape I had been than before I had twins, and I felt so good. I was sending my coach, Sarah, people left and right to join her groups because not only did I love my results, but I loved this accountability and this community that I got thrown into of other women with all different backgrounds, but all with similar struggles of, finding balance between health and fitness and taking care of ourselves and life and jobs and mom life. And so I really loved that community where we could kind of just lean on each other. So since I was sending her all these people and referring her all these people, she's like, Kinsey, why don't you just be a coach? And I'm like, oh, no. I was like, I'm not into that. I said, first of all, I'm the busiest I've ever been in my life. At the time, I worked full-time night shift. I commuted over an hour each way to work. My twins were two. My husband had just started his own business, and I was finishing my degree online. So I was like, absolutely not. This is not going to work for me, but I will send you, my friends left and right because I so believe in this and I've gotten such great results and people keep asking me about it. And so she was persistent, and fortunate enough for me, she kept asking me. And after a couple times turning her down, I finally thought to myself and said, okay, I'm getting results. I'm loving the accountability. I might as well host my own group with my own friends, maybe make a few bucks on the side and just see where this goes. I didn't have any real intention in the beginning, I think because I was too afraid to think that this could be something potentially that could build a significant income. But I knew I loved what I was doing. So I was like, I'll go all in for 6 months and just see where it takes me. So I went all in, and after the first 6 months, I was just hooked. I, again, loved the community. I loved the tribe of coaches that I became family with, people I didn't even know who I'd met through coaching online. So it gave me not only physical results, it gave me a lot of personal growth, and it really was something I didn't even know I needed at the time in my life. So 5.5 years later, here I am, still loving it, still getting to share this opportunity with people. And it just keeps getting better and better every single year, you guys. Like, I love it that much more every year on end. So I'm so excited to share this call, and I'm going to throw it over to Tara and let her kind of tell her story.
Hi guys, I am Tara Coleman. I have been coaching for 1.5 years and I am a full-time wife, mom, and now virtual teacher. So I've been teaching for 21 years, I think. Um, my Beachbody journey actually started 10 years ago. I've always been into fitness. I've kind of been like the crazy person who I like to work out. I loved yoga. I love to run. I would go after work, but I also was never super consistent. And in my 20s and 30s, I basically worked out because I just wanted to look good. And I also wanted to counterbalance all the beer drinking and going out to bars and clubs and eating all the fast food and processed foods. So that was my purpose for working out. It wasn't had anything to do with like healthy reasons. I had no sense of like a quality nutrition. And I just thought exercise was kind of like the answer to it. So 10 years ago, I was in the process of going to be getting married. And I ended up buying Shaolin Extreme on DVD also. And I actually had no idea that it was a Beachbody program. I didn't even know what Beachbody was. But I started this at-home fitness program, and I actually started doing it in the morning. And I've always said I am not a morning person. But I would get up. I worked fairly close to work, so I'd get up, I'd do Shaolin, I'd get ready, and I'd go into work. And it was extremely effective, and I got amazing results from it. And I just loved it. And then once we got married, I kind of went back and I just kind of yo-yoed back and forth. Like, I'd do the gym, I would do yoga, I would do running. I never really had any program to follow or anything super consistent. Um, After we got married, though, we also ended up trying to get pregnant and found out that we had some complications. And it took a couple years, and I had some major surgeries and had to go through IVF. And so, with that entire process, I actually stopped working out completely because I was scared to death that anything I did was going to affect the IVF. It was going to affect my chances of getting pregnant. So I actually, and then once I did get pregnant in 2014, I couldn't work out my entire pregnancy. So I took about 3 years off of not working out at all, like maybe being able to take minor walks. And then I had my son, and I would say about 5 months after, I was 2 to 3 pant sizes larger than I had ever been in my entire life. My hips had literally like physically grown. I didn't think that was a thing, but like my hips were 3 to 4 inches larger than they had been before, like thinking about pant sizes and measurements. And I kind of just chalked it up that, I was older when I got pregnant and older as having my son, and I accepted it as my new normal. So this was it. This was what my life was kind of meant like. I was a mom now. I was in my late 30s. But I felt extremely uncomfortable. Like I kind of lost my identity. And at 5 months is when I kind of was like, all right, I'm going to do something about it. So I went and bought another Beachbody DVD. And to be honest, I never actually did it. Then I somehow I got connected with a local lady who was a Beachbody coach. I still didn't know what Beachbody really was. I didn't understand what the coaches did. She just held some free groups and someone told me about them. So I joined, and she did introduce me to Beachbody On Demand. So I finally got an account. And then me and some of my coworkers would do programs after school. And again, though, it was nothing consistent. We would kind of hop through program to program. We would do whatever we wanted. And I still wasn't getting results. And I was never really in like a challenge group. There was none of that support initially from my end. Then Beachbody launched one of my all-time favorite programs, Lift 4. And Lift 4 is a weights, HIIT, and a core program. And as soon as I saw the previews for it, I knew that I had to buy it. I had to get in on it, and it was going to be my jam. It is exactly what I needed. So I actually committed to the entire program. It's 8 weeks long. I went and got the container system. It's one of our nutrition programs. And I committed to the portion control containers for 8 solid weeks. And sadly, I never took like before and after. Well, I took after pictures. I never took before pictures because I didn't want pictures of myself, and I regret it to this day. But I got amazing results in 8 weeks. I lost several inches and about 10 pounds, and I was hooked at that point. And then during all of this, so I'm still doing this all on my own at this point. The lady who was my coach kind of stopped coaching. She was still a coach, but she wasn't active at all anymore. So my best friend told me that she was joining a challenge group to do T20, or Transform 20, which is another one of the programs. And she asked if I wanted to join, and her coach was a coach on the West Coast, Kinsey James. And all of her friends loved her. And so I was like, so I chatted with Kinsey, and she's like, sure, you can join the group, blah, blah, blah. So we got connected, and eventually she reached out to me about being a coach. Immediately, I wanted to say yes. So this is a little different where I kind of split off from where most coaches' journey begins. Immediately, I wanted to say yes. I always have had a secondary income, whether it's through bartending, doing stuff for teaching on the side. I've always had a secondary income, but I was very nervous because I had a lot of apprehensions. But I spoke with my husband, and he's actually the one who kind of convinced me to do it. And he said, basically, like, I've loved the programs for like 10 years at this point, and I truly believe in what the company has to offer. So I talked to Kinsey, and I was like, I'm going all in as a business coach. And I just hit the ground running. And the one thing I told myself, my only goal was not to quit. I've done little businesses like this before, and after like a month or two, when things aren't, taking off like I anticipated, I would quit. And my one goal was I had to last a whole year, and that's what my husband and I agreed upon. That, and eventually I started drinking the shakes, so he told me I had to make sure I was paying for my shakes also. But I did go all in, and I was determined to make this as a side gig for me. And I really did have all the tools that kind of help me out. And I'm here a year and a half later, and I am reaching the goals that I've been setting for myself and starting to set even new ones and more challenging ones. So that's it. Not really a nutshell, but. Oh, you're muted, Kinsey.
Thank you. I love it. I always love hearing everyone's story, even if I've heard it before. It's just so cool because we all come into this in such different ways. So I'm just going to switch gears and go into what coaches actually do. We've kind of touched on that, what you've heard in our stories, but basically what we do as coaches is obviously we use the products and programs that Beachbody has, and we love them. So we call it like being a product of the product, right? We're sharing the products and the programs that have given us results and that have helped us and our friends and our family and the other people that join us. So our main goal is to share what's working for us and invite people to do it with us. And we mostly do that through social media. I'd say 90% of all of our businesses are done through sharing through social media, which is so cool. And that's what I've loved. Like I said, seeing this business evolve over 5 years, we have such a huge platform to be able to help so many more people on with social media. And I love that that gets to be a big part of how we can grow a business and connect. For instance, myself and Tara, who live across the country, but we're able to connect and run this business together because of social media. So that is a really cool piece to it. The other thing we do every single month is we host these, what you've heard us talk about already, these accountability groups, these challenge groups. They're basically online like boot camps. But what makes them different is the accountability piece, because 70% of people who start a fitness regimen and want to get results quit or fail because they don't have someone holding them accountable. And that's what a coach is. It's your accountability buddy. It's that person who will check in on you, who will cheer you on, who will tell you you can do it even when times get hard. And the same thing goes for those people that are in that community, that boot camp with you. Like I mentioned, I really loved that community piece when I first became a coach, because I would pop in my group and say, I'm just so tired today. And they would cheer me on and say, no, Kinsey, go push play on your workout. You can do it. So that is really the magic of what we get to do as coaches. We also obviously help people get results. We're a results driven business, whether it be not only physical results, I'm not talking just weight loss, but people have more energy, they feel more comfortable in their skin, they are just happier. Like, that is what we do. We get to give those gifts to people through the products and programs that have helped us gain those things too. And again, we just help support them along the way in their journey. And that's our biggest job as a coach.
Right. So I'm now going to talk about the things that you do not have to be successful in this business. The first one is you do not need to be at your goal weight. Every time someone signs up as a coach, I tell them, start sharing your journey. And most people say, I'm going to do it once I have results. And no, people want to be with you on your journey. They want to see you start, and they want to be with you all the way till the end. They don't want to just see your end results, because often those end results seem unattainable to people. Whether they are or aren't, they have that in their mind, like, I can't do that. What they really want to see is they want to see your ups and downs. They want to see your struggles, those rough times. They want to see those victories that you have, whether they're your non-scale victories or your scale victories. They want to see that you're successful with your nutrition, and they want to be able to connect with you and just see that you are human, that you go through the same thing that they go through on a regular basis. Number two, you do not need to have huge physical transformations. Not everybody needs to lose a ton of weight, guys. As Kinsey said, this isn't just about your physical transformation. There's so much more to it. You feel happier, just in general, your clothes fit better, you're more rested, your mindset shifted, you feel more confident, and you're more focused. All of these victories need to be celebrated at all times. The next one is you do not need to be a fitness or a nutrition expert. I'm not sure if anybody on our team has an actual background in fitness and nutrition. What they do have is they have a love for it, and they have a passion for it. We actually have an entire resource of like a library of resources that our company provides for us for training purposes that we pass along to other people. We also, you do not need to be an expert at social media. Let me tell you, when I first started, excuse me, I didn't even know what an Instagram story was. I had to call my best friend, and she had to give me a 30-minute tutorial over the phone while I held my phone out and it was on speaker, and she had to show me how to create a story. And they were pretty embarrassing probably at first, but I did it, and now I love it, and I do them all the time, and I feel extremely comfortable. But you will learn how to use social media because, like we said, this is where your business is run. So you really do have to take advantage of that. You do not have to be an extrovert or know a lot of people. Again, so I am a self-proclaimed introvert. It takes me quite a while to make connections and to have those relationships with people. But when I started, I had about 500 friends on Facebook. And I actually had 2 Instagram accounts that I didn't even know I had. So I remember Kinsey being like, you need to start an Instagram account. I'm like, I'm not going to do Instagram. And then I looked and I tried to put in email addresses, and none of them worked because they said I had accounts for both of my email addresses already. But this business isn't about who you already know. It is about the relationships that you build. I have gained tons of friends and followers on both platforms now, and it's simply by reaching out and connecting with people and finding people that like have similar interests as you do, like-minded people, and people that you just want to generally be friends with. Because this is on social media, you have the opportunity to meet people across the US, and we do have our products and stuff in other countries. So you also have an opportunity to connect with people outside of the US that you would never really have that opportunity to meet. Number 6, you do not need to know all of the things. As a new coach, we mentor you through every single step. I mean, we are by your side for years. We don't go anywhere. We are a team. We support each other. We have team calls, we share resources, whatever you need, like we share, and if we don't have it, we reach out to other coaches and they share it also. So it's a really amazing community. You do not need to be a certain age or demographic. And if you want to make a change, we're here to support you. So there are women anywhere from, in my challenge groups, anywhere from their 20s up to, I have one lady in her 70s. We just had someone who had knee replacement. We have people who have back issues. I mean, there's any kind of, fitness level, age, demographic. People are here because we all have one goal in common, and that is simply to live a healthier lifestyle. You do not need to be a salesperson. I often hear this, like, I don't want to push XYZ products. I don't want to come across salesy. And I completely agree. That was one thing I said to my husband. I was like, I don't sell stuff. I don't know how to do that. But the great thing about this business is it's your business. You choose what you do. You choose how you want to run it. For me, I like to build my business on the trust factor. Like, I want people to trust me. I want them for me to be their go-to person when they are ready to start their journey. I want to be the first thing that pops into their head. So when these people do sign up, it's because they want me to be their coach, not because they want to drink Shakeology, not because they want to do the workouts, because they want me and what my accountability groups have to offer. And the last one, you do not have to have a ton of extra time. I mean, you already heard Kinsey. She is a labor and delivery nurse. She's a mom of twin boys. I am a full-time teacher, a full-time mom. We both do this as a part-time job, although we put 100% of our effort into it. I don't spend hours, especially like during the summertime. I have more freedom, so I do put more time into it, but school's starting up in 6 days. And at that point, I'm going to have to find pockets of time. So in the morning, I wake up early. I can kind of check in with some of my challengers. During my lunch break, I might be able to do something. And then I do create a schedule in the evening. So after my son goes to bed, there's certain days my husband knows that I'm either going to sit in the bedroom and just do some beach body work, or I'll even sit and watch TV on the couch with him. So we're at least like interacting and being in the same room, but I have my laptop doing work that I want to do. But if you want to do something with the business, you will always find a way. There's always extra time in your day to be able to do this. And ultimately, the great thing is you are your own boss. So you decide when and how often you want to work. Is this me too? Oh yeah. So what you do have to be successful. So you have to have a heart for helping others. You have to be a product of the product, like Kinsey said. So you do have to kind of showcase like you're working out and things that you're doing. You do have to be teachable. You have to be coachable. You have to trust the process, and you have to trust the coaches kind of that have already been doing this, because they really do know how to run the business. You do have to be willing to step out of your comfort zone just a little bit. And then once you do that, we might get you out a little bit more. But it's always good to grow and to learn. And the last one is be consistent. Be consistent to yourself. Stick with your program, stick with your nutrition, be consistent with sharing your journey, and be consistent supporting the people that are in your groups. And if you can commit to these, then you are well on your way to being a successful coach.
Love it. I love going over those because they're misconceptions or objections we hear a lot. So we kind of like to debunk those and kind of go over them. So thank you. That was awesome. So I'm going to talk about kind of these unofficial 3 types of coaches and break it down for you guys. And these are, again, are unofficial. Anyone who signs up as a coach signs up the same way, no matter what your goals are. But coming into this business, you're in the driver's seat and you get to decide where you want to take this. So we kind of break it down into 3 different categories. The first kind of coach being a discount coach. And this is a person who just wants to sign up and benefit from the discount. Every coach who signs up gets a discount of 25% off all the products, no matter what, whether they sell a single thing or never sell a single thing, you will get 25%. So we have so many, like we call our lifers or long-term customers. We get signed up as a discount coach, or we could also call them a preferred customer. These people just want to sign up for the discount and have no intention of really earning an income or promoting Beachbody as a business at all. The next type of coach is a hobby coach. And this is someone who maybe also wants to earn their products at a discount, but also maybe wants to earn a little bit of side income, maybe just to cover a few bills or pay for a few fun extra things in life. Maybe they want to earn $100 to $400 a month, cover the cost of their products. And maybe they want to host a group of their own, or maybe they just, like I did in the beginning, I just kind of invited my friends because I loved what I was doing. I was like telling my coach, like, can my friend join your group, and getting them signed up. Instead of going through the other person, they'll sign up under you, and you'll earn commission through sales from friends or family or anyone in your life that you want to invite to do this with you. And then the last type of coach is a business coach. And like Tara said, she was all in the beginning. So she went all in. This is someone who wants to earn a significant income. They want to help lead others in their own health and fitness journeys while focusing on their own as well. And then they're a person who really wants to be goal oriented. And these people are teachable and consistent. And again, they go hand in hand with the coach who invited them, and they learn along the way. So for me, in my brain, when I started, in my brain, I was a hobby coach, but deep down in my heart, I was a business coach, because there was something in the back of my brain that was just telling me, like, there is something behind this, but I was a little too scared in the beginning to admit that I really wanted this to be something that could change our lives. And so because I had that deep down, I just kind of went all in, even though I told my coach I was only going to kind of dabble. But I did end up going all in. And the beauty of however you decide to sign up is, whether you start as a hobby coach, what you think you're going to be, you can change your mind in a day and say, no, I'm going to go all in, or vice versa. Maybe you go all in as a business coach, and then you realize, okay, maybe I'm up a little over my head, and I want to step back a little and just maybe work this as a hobby. So again, it's customizable to you, your goals, where you want to take this. And the sign up is the same either way, which we'll cover here in a few slides. But that is just kind of the 3 types of coaches that we like to highlight.
All right, so now possibly the main reason that you're here is to find out how you can make some income. There are 3 different ways that you can earn money. So the first one is 25% commission. So this is all coaches, discount, hobby, business coaches. Anytime you sign someone up with a new sale or recurring purchases, you will receive 25% commission off of those sales. One of the quickest way to start earning money is to get your friends and family signed up and to join you in this journey. And then it also helps with the accountability portion also. Each person you sign up, you will make a commission off of. You also get a 25% discount on all of our products, which is definitely an added bonus. The second way is cycle bonuses. So with these, you will start earning them once you've hit Emerald rank. And we have several different ranks in the company. I'm not going to go through all of those today. But in order to hit Emerald, all you need to do is sign up 2 people. So that could be friends and or family members. And once you do that, you will actually start earning a team cycle bonus. And this money does not come out of your coach's pockets. This is from the company and how much volume your team is selling. So it is a misconception. Like, you're not making a percentage of your folks' income. But as you grow your business, this actually becomes a really large portion of our weekly paychecks. And as you move rank, you get more money in those team cycle bonuses each week. The last way are just extra bonuses that we have available. So once you turn diamond, there is a matching bonus. It is 10% of your team cycle bonuses that we just talked about. There's also a fast start bonus, which is really awesome. If you sign up 5 coaches in 5 consecutive weeks, the company will give you an extra $100 just for signing up 5 new coaches. And then the last one are the star diamond bonuses. These are really exciting. Once you hit 2-star and above, you actually get quarterly bonuses, and they can range anywhere from several $100s to several $1,000s. And it's simply based on your rank and how you are growing your business. And basically what all this just comes down to is really like how bad you want it and what you're going to do to earn it. It's the time that you put in is going to be the time that you get out. And we say, like, what sets me apart from someone else is just why I want this so bad. Why did I decide to do that? And I keep that in the forefront of my thoughts, that this is why I do it. This is why I show up. This is why I'm consistent. And that's why I'm going to put in the work.
Yes, absolutely. All right, I'm going to go over how you get signed up. So how do you get signed up? How much does it cost? All the deets here. So the first thing is coach sign up fees. So any coach that signs up, there's a $39.95 coach sign up fee. And this fee just covers some of your getting started materials. You'll get a website through Beachbody and different resources to plug in through their services they already have established for you for coaches. There's also a monthly business service fee of $15.95. So this again covers like customer processing, credit card processing, our back office things that we don't ever have to deal with because Beachbody takes care of all that stuff for us. Returns, orders, all of those things. So that fee goes towards that. There's no minimum order requirements or quotas to sell each month, and there's free cancellation at any time. So really, really low risk to get started. I don't know if anyone has any background with any other direct selling companies, but I know there are sometimes hefty sign up fees, and I just love that. This was really the reason that I decided to go because, like I said, I started with the cheapest product I could find, and then finding out this coach sign-up fee was so cheap, I was like, well, I really don't have anything to lose. So that was really attractive to me when I was thinking about signing up. The next option to get signed up is to sign up with a challenge pack. And a challenge pack is a combination of mostly a Beachbody On Demand, an annual membership, plus a nutrition product. A lot of the time it's Shakeology or our Beachbody Performance line. And when you purchase one of those, you actually get the $39.95 coach sign-up fee completely waived. And if you've purchased a challenge pack prior to signing up as a coach, you'll get that $39.95 reimbursed to you once they confirm your previous challenge pack order. So even less cost to sign up, because if you're a coach, you should be using the products and the programs, and it's really cool that they waive your sign-up fee for that. Again, you'll still pay your $15.95 each month. And then lastly, Beachbody really, really goes above and beyond for our military families and service people, and they actually do not require any sign-up fee or any monthly coach fee for any U.S. military active, reservists, veterans, spouses, and widows. So this is a really cool way that Beachbody gives back to our military community, and I love that they have that incentive. Again, even if someone just wanted to sign up as a discount coach and they're one of these things, they would qualify for that free coach sign up and basically just get a 25% discount for free.
Yeah, the military waiver is awesome.
Yeah.
So we're going to kind of wrap things up with worst case scenarios. So let's say you decide to take this leap of faith. What is the worst things that could happen to you? First, you can be in the best shape of your life. Remember when I said in my 20s, my sole purpose was to look good and counterbalance everything I did? Well, now I'm in my 40s and I can say I am in the best shape of my life. I now work out and I follow nutrition because I want to be strong and I want to live a long, healthy life with my family. You get to meet incredible people. You get to make new friendships and make lifelong connections with people. You get to travel the world. We have several opportunities of traveling. We have our annual conferences. We have our Success Club trips, and we have team trips. And all of these, you actually have opportunities to win for free. Unfortunately, I have not gotten to experience any of them because we have had a little pandemic, but my time is going to come that I get to meet all of my West Coast friends in person. And you also just get to earn an income to help provide for your family. It can simply be to pay for your basic necessities, whether it's money for bills, it's, to pay your gas, get car payments, groceries. Maybe you want to do home improvements. Maybe you even have bigger dreams. You want to take trips, buy a beach house, buy a lake house. Anything is possible in this business. But so looking at this list, I would say you really don't have anything to lose. Just do it.
I agree. And fun fact, because all these trips have been canceled, Tara and I have been working together for over a year and a half, and we have never met in person. And again, that is the coolest thing that I love about this business is there's so many people on our team that we haven't had the chance to meet yet. And these women in this picture too, we're from all over, you guys, and we get together for these fun retreats annually, and we get to meet each other. We get, now these are some of my best friends. I know their kids and their husbands, and just it's the best thing ever. Like if you're missing that community or that friendship piece in your life, you will absolutely get that through coaching. Sisterhood, that's exactly what we have. So if you are ready to join us, or if you have more questions, I'm going to encourage you to reach out to the coach who invited you to this call or sent you this recording and ask them questions. We are open books when it comes to coaching, you guys. We will answer any and all questions you have because we really want you to make the best decision for yourself. But like Tara said, worst case scenario, really low risk. You meet some really cool people, you get in killer shape, and maybe you make a few extra bucks on the side. Or on the flip side, this can be as big as you want it to be. So I know it's changed my life dramatically in 5.5 years, and I can't wait to see where I am in another 5. So thank you guys for joining us. Have a great night, and hopefully we'll see you on the team soon.
Thank you. See you guys.